Okay, so this is a FSD video specifically to test lane changes on the highway and the responsiveness, aggressiveness, lack of thereof. I've seen a ton of videos on 14.2.1.25. The masses started getting it last night. I got it last night. I hadn't had a chance yet to really do a drive in it or with it. I don't need to go over all the holiday update stuff. That's all out there on YouTube already. Again, specifically doing lane changes on the highway. I drive a ton of highway miles. So this is going to be huge if we can get this perfected or at least improved. I'm just going to get on the highway. We're going to go, south, and we're just going to stay on the I-17, and then hopefully there's enough traffic to really make a difference. We'll start in standard mode, and then we'll ramp it up from there and see how the lane changes feel. Okay? So one button, I love it, and away we go. And, maybe I'll do another video, on some of the new nav things, or something else. Who knows? If that's something that you guys would like to see, feel free to leave me a comment. Or, I've always said, let's talk about, while we're doing these drives, about some other technology stuff too. Whether it's iPhone, Android, smart home technology. It could be anything. I love technology. I've been doing it for 30 years. So now, doing Tesla videos, just falling in love with my Tesla is just, it's an easy, bridge right into that because it's all tech. It's just an amazing technology. So, please leave me a comment. We can definitely talk about anything. I'll bring it up. Eventually, I'd like to be able to start doing some live videos too, but because my channel is fairly new on YouTube, I'm not able to just yet. I got to do a few more shorts, I think, and maybe do another, couple videos before I'm able to do lives, I guess. But this will be on all my socials. The links to it will be on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok as well, and then we'll do the actual video on YouTube. It'll be posted on YouTube. Now, I'm going to take over real quick because the car wants to take me down. Well, you know what? No, I'm not. Let me see here. How far does it want to take me? For some reason, it's wanting to bypass about a mile worth of drive on the highway. I think maybe because of an accident or something going on. Oh, no, wait, I take that back. No, it does not want it. It wants to take me service streets the whole entire way. So yeah, let me take over real quick. Get it going down the highway here. Oh, too bad. There's a school bus up here that I would have loved to have been the lead vehicle to see if it would have obeyed the school bus and the lights and everything. Darn it. But that's okay. That's all right. It's very rare that you get that opportunity to actually be the lead vehicle and, obey those lights. So. Now, with that being said, maybe I should go down to the school. I don't even know if they're in session, honestly, right now. I mean, I guess the school bus, if the school buses are running, they should be in session. Oh, see, he just put his stop sign out. There was another school bus right behind it, and it didn't stop. That's tough. I can't really fault the Tesla. It was such a same point in time kind of a thing, We'll just stick to the highway for right now. Because it is, let's see, what time is it? It's 2:40. Going south on the 17, the traffic shouldn't be too bad. But if we were coming up, the other direction, boy, it'd be a mess. This car in front of me doesn't know how to stay in their lane, clearly. It can't stand that kind of crap, but whatever. Okay, again, standard mode, and we are 14.2.1.25. Okay, So now we're on the highway. It did a really good job getting on. It always does. It's never really an issue. It is funny. I don't remember if it was 14.2 or .2.1, but sometimes it wouldn't want to get on the highway. It would take me on the service streets right here, or the frontage road, and then it would finally get on. And it wasn't like it was trying to miss traffic. I don't know. But got right on the highway. No problem here. So right now, everyone's driving about 65 in this lane. I would have expected it being in standard mode to say, we want to go 70, let's move you over. So already I'm not thrilled. I would have hoped I would have been making a move already. Okay, so now, no, it's still trying to go surface streets. Oh, okay, so there was a car behind me. I might try and get the footage off the camera. I'll try and include that footage, but that red Kia in front of us was coming over into this lane, and the Tesla just hesitated and didn't want to do it. And he was being pretty aggressive, that Kia. He was going pretty fast, so I get it. We're always going to err on caution. Analyzing the dash cam footage after the fact, it then looked like the black truck behind us, I had enough room to be able to move over, which then would not have allowed that Kia to take the spot. But again, we were hesitant, so the Kia then took the spot very quickly, and we obviously hesitated. Now see, again, let's move over to another lane. I mean, there must be an accident or something up here. That's the only thing I can think of. Can't really tell from the map data right there what's going on. But already I'm like, you could move over the other lane. There are cars coming, of course, though, as well. Okay, so let's bump it up here. This is what I would normally do on my commute if this were happening. I'd bump it up to Mad Max and see if it can get more aggressive. See, even right there was a huge gap that I would have taken as a driver, but the Tesla just wasn't willing to do it. If it doesn't take this one, I'm tapping the go pedal. Oh, I'm tapping it. No, it wouldn't do it. Ugh, that's... I think it's a fail. That's just a fail. And now it's still wanting me to get off the highway. All right, well, let's get off the highway. Let's do what it says. Everyone else is getting off the highway too. Maybe there's something else going on. But come on, you've put your signal on. Let's go. Let's make the move. Same thing here. This is going to be a test because the Tesla is not going to want to be aggressive. I just know it. Tesla keeps creeping up. You just need to just get over. Just start moving over. But you keep inching up. You keep inching up. I mean, it just feels weird, okay, so there's the window right there. Take it if you're gonna do it. It was just so lackadaisical about it. It's just sad. Okay, so eventually it will let me get back on the highway after about 3 miles. So we'll do some surface streets. We'll see how it does on the surface streets, if it needs to do any kind of lane changes. We're in Mad Max still, so we'll just keep it there for now. The car was not courteous at all to letting that car in, which is interesting. Light. Oh, freeway closed. I just see the sign right there. You may or may not be able to see it. Freeway closed at Camelback. So, the map data was right. We shouldn't have even gotten on the highway when we started our drive. We should have just stayed to the surface streets. It did the right thing in the very beginning. I didn't know why, but come to find out, it did the right thing. And I am just going to fast forward through this, street driving, unless there's something that, happens that's crazy. Like right now, that turn signal just came on and we immediately moved. That was nice. That felt really human-like. Very, very nice. Okay, so now, if nothing else happens, I'll just start fast forwarding through here and just get through this surface street driving. Honestly, I never have problems with surface streets at all. It's just so good. It really is. I don't want to say perfect, but it's so good. And this is interesting that we're taking not a major street, a right turn here, maybe to miss the traffic that's continuing on down that major street there. Maybe the Tesla's like, hey, let's maybe try and bypass all that. Maybe. The bad thing is that technically it's 25 through here. Now, I did hear another YouTuber talking about if I know I'm going to go straight, but I want to make a left, if I just hit the left turn signal, it may sometimes make you go ahead and do that left turn or right turn, whichever you decide. I'm curious because I kind of want to get back on the major street and get off of these little tiny streets. And it's thinking about it. It doesn't know. Okay, it did it. That was weird because it really hesitated. It didn't want to do the left turn, but it definitely, gave in and said, hey, all right, fine. If you want to go left, we'll go left. And now it's rerouting now to that major street, 19th Avenue. Okay, green light. We got a pedestrian. Always so good. That's awesome. Still in Mad Max, so I would think it would make a lane change right here. I had to force it to do it since there was an opening. That's the second turn signal, left turn signal that is put on. Oh, because it wants to go down another surface street. Because now it knows 19th Avenue is super congested. But again, my turn signal has been on for like 5 seconds. And it just took its sweet time. And that felt disappointing right there, honestly. Okay, so I know I have RBF, resting bitch face, but at this point I was not thrilled with all the traffic from that accident. So we just fast forwarded all the way to the highway. Okay, getting back on the highway. Now with the holiday update, they did implement the use of the high occupancy vehicle lane, HOV lanes, carpool lanes, right? To where it's supposed to, if I read it correctly, and if I've heard other people talk about it correctly, identify if there are additional passengers in the car, so 2 or more, and it alluded to that it would know if there were restrictions for the time of day. So Arizona and Phoenix specifically has that restriction for the time of day, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then after that, it's open for anyone. And then after that, it's 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. is carpooling time again. But that's just Monday through Friday. So I'm curious if it knows that right now it's 3:15. I can't go in the carpool lane. And I do have use HOV lanes on. But again, there's so much traffic right now, we may not really get to do a good test. But I'm going to go ahead and put it in Mad Max. So look at this navigation. It's going to take me off of the highway to then just get right back on the highway. It just doesn't really make sense. Like, and it's this coming up exit. So if it's literally going to have me do that, well then go. Like, take the exit. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's a major fail, again, in map data, I guess, at this point. Although the Tesla's not doing it, so that's good. Yeah, the car is literally ignoring the map data right now. Interesting. And I'm in Mad Max mode, so I don't know. I would have assumed it would have went over a couple lanes, because they have been moving a little bit more. It's tough to know if the new update is not putting me in the carpool lane because I can't use it, or if a lot of times, even if the wife is in the car, it still won't put me in it because it's got the solid white line. So that's another test for when I've got a second person in the car with me. It'll be interesting if it does automatically put me in. I just went ahead and put it in hurry mode, just because I don't feel like getting a ticket, but also, the amount of traffic really doesn't, I don't need to have it in Mad Max. And we got our exit here coming up, just over a mile. This will pretty much be the last test, just to see if there is traffic up here about the lane changing. That was a good lane change, but again, there wasn't like a lot of traffic either around me, so didn't really have a challenge. Last thing too is I really hope when I take the exit, it gets me in the far right lane, because that is the lane that makes most sense. sometimes it puts me in the second right turn lane. I don't know how you would say that, the left right turn lane. And that's sometimes annoying because people just sit there and they don't turn because they're going to go straight. No hesitation there, you know, that was good. There you go. It's putting us in the right lane. Well, I mean, honestly, in the very beginning of the video, we had 2 fails with the turn signal, lane changes, and we had a couple good ones, though, you know, farther through the drive, but it wasn't really a challenge either. They were pretty open lanes. So, I don't know. It's going to take more time to see. Maybe we'll do another video or two. But thanks for watching. Again, do all the things. Like, follow, subscribe. You know, I definitely appreciate it. I love making these videos, so I love to keep doing it for you guys.